moves his aircraft carriers toward Iran, declares, "We will force Tehran to kneel." Diego Garcia's air bases fill with US warplanes. Squadrons reroute their flight paths. Bombs are armed. Operations rooms buzz with the mindset of a sudden first strike. It's as if war is just a matter of timing, but there is a problem. Washington wasn't alone on the stage. Just as Trump thought Iran was trapped by sea, China entered the scene. No fanfare, no noise, and quietly sent its latest air defenses shield to Tehran, the long-range HQ-9B. The real danger, Iran didn't treat it as just another weapon, it treated it as a piece that would turn its sky into a network of traps, waiting for American aircraft to approach, then turning the surgical strike into sudden funerals. A storm of hidden truths lies behind the Chinese shield now entrenched in Iran, and we're about to uncover them. Stay with us. After China stepped in, Iran no longer relied solely on its domestic arsenal. It added to its layered defense network the Chinese-made HQ-9B, recently delivered. But this isn't a standalone system. It's a fully integrated architecture built on the logic of networked warfare. It begins with early warning radar arrays that detect targets at long distances, then passes the tracking data to fire control radars that lock onto the target. Behind the lines, a command center assigns the engagements, deciding who fires, when, and at what. And in the forward layer, long-range missiles are ready to seal the skies before intruders even enter the battlefield. But the real threat doesn't lie in the system itself. It lies in how the HQ-9B rewrites the rules of engagement, especially against the typical American strike doctrine. US air operations depend on three pillars: silent approach, detection, and firing from a safe distance. The HQ-9B was engineered to destroy the model entirely. The moment an aircraft enters its threat zone, it's tracked by early warning systems. It's forced to shift altitude or route to avoid radar locks, and from that moment, the psychological battle begins. A constant threat looms overhead. Command decisions grow tense. Support planes like AWACS and area refuelers lose freedom of maneuver. But even worse, the HQ-9B doesn't operate alone. For years, Iran has been building its own multi-layered defense umbrella. Long-range platforms like the S-300 and Bavar 373, mid-range systems like Khordad and Tor, and short-range defenses to cover blind spots. The HQ-9B adds another outer ring, a layer that doesn't just react, it watches, intercepts, and disrupts the battle before it even begins. That's why US pilots no longer just fear the missiles, they fear the entire change of scene imposed by this system. Every approach is now expensive, every miscalculation could be fatal, and pilots forced to evade under such pressure may lose targeting discipline or worse, abort the mission entirely. And at the moment of a real strike, it's not that the US can't hit Iran, it's that the strike now requires more time, tighter coordination, and far greater risk. Meanwhile, Iran only needs one thing: to shoot down a single American or Israeli aircraft, just one, because that would transform the entire confrontation from a calculated raid to an international political and media crisis. This is what makes the Chinese shield in Iran so potent, not because it guarantees to stop every strike, but because it raises the price of aggression so high that Washington might hesitate before pulling the trigger. A deeper look at the Chinese HQ-9B shield. Iran did not acquire an ordinary air defense system. It received a combat ceiling designed and signed by China. The HQ-9B is engineered to eliminate aircraft before they even get close and to continue functioning even after some elements of its defense network are knocked out. At its heart lies the HT-233 engagement radar, an electronically scanned ASA array capable of full 360 degrees coverage without any mechanical movement, which means instant response and high precision tracking. Its detection range exceeds 300 kilometers, with the ability to track up to 100 targets simultaneously and engage 6 of them at once. But this radar isn't limited to high-altitude threats. It can detect low-flying targets from 30 meters up to 120 kilometers, meaning it covers drones, cruise missiles, and stealthy low-level penetrators alike. All of this is managed through a central command and control system powered by artificial intelligence, capable of prioritizing targets and engagements in real time. It also supports IFF protocols to identify friend from foe and includes both electronic jamming and counter-jamming features. The HQ-9B fires missiles that are cloned from Russia's S-400, each measuring 6.8 meters in length with a 180 kilogram high-explosive fragmentation warhead. These solid-fuel dual-stage missiles reach speeds of Mach 4.2, which is over 5,000 kilometers per hour. They don't need direct hits to be lethal. They explode in proximity, showering the sky with burning shrapnel that can tear through aircraft and drones alike. The system is mounted on 8x8 mobile TL trucks, even each vehicle reaching speeds up to 65 km per hour, measuring 13 meters in length, with launch tubes rising 7.8 meters high. Each launcher carries 6 ready-to-fire missiles inside sealed canisters. The HQ-9B uses cold launch technology, where the missile is first ejected using compressed gas, then ignites after leaving the container, reducing thermal signatures and preserving the launch platform. Critically, each TL operates independently but remains connected via satellite data links up to 500 kilometers from the command center, allowing flexible dispersal without losing coordination or readiness. One launcher can be hidden behind terrain, deployed far from radar sites, yet still fire on command and remain fully integrated within the broader battle net. Even if 1 or 2 launchers are taken out, the system doesn't fall apart. It regroups, relocates, and keeps firing. What worries the Pentagon most is that the HQ-9B is not a purely Chinese design, it's a hybrid combat system. China reverse-engineered elements from American systems, including engagement protocols, AI logic, and network defense coordination, then fused those with external hardware resembling Russia's S-400, especially in propulsion, guidance, and launcher design. The result? A hybrid shield. It sees like the Americans, strikes like the Russians, and it's now controlled from inside Iran. And now the question is yours, dear viewer. Will this Chinese system really succeed in deterring Israeli and American warplanes, especially now that Iran has reportedly blinded US satellites? Let us know what you think in the comments.